Well, a plane journey later, and here we are. Welcome to Frankfurt in Germany, where we begin our epic road trip. Now, I'm sure some of you guys well know from the promotion we're doing, this road trip is of biblical scale. 1,500 miles, 4 countries, some really challenging roads, and 2 world-famous racetracks. And the car we're putting through its paces, that would be our championship white Honda Civic Type R. Now, of course, one of those infamous racetracks would have to be the Nurburgring, where this car once held its lap record. So we're not going to go and try and break it tomorrow, especially as there's thunderstorms forecast. But it'll be certainly interesting to see whether the Type R can live up to its infamous green hell reputation. Now, I've just been busy putting some promotional stickers on this car, but let's make a formal introduction. This is our 306 brake horsepower monster that we are taking across Europe. You guys know the drill for this car, but in case you don't, here are the headlines. 306 brake horsepower from a 2 litre turbocharged VTEC engine.
0 to 62 miles per hour in 5.7 seconds, and it'll go on to a top speed of 167 miles per hour.
Whilst it no longer holds the Nurburgring lap record until very recently, this car definitely punches well above its weight. Our example, finished in championship white, looks menacing with black details and those large alloy wheels that shelter the 350mm drilled brakes. Bespoke Continental tyres wrap around these alloys and give this car plenty of bite. Also accompanying us are a pair of red ones, but seeing as we've already done a video of one in red, the championship white made a lot of sense. The only trouble is, it doesn't stay clean for very long. For the full road test of this car, check out our YouTube channel, where we've done plenty of miles to give you a full verdict, as well as put it up against the new Ford Focus RS. Confession time. As much as me as an enthusiast knows of the Nurburgring, its layout and, you know, what corner comes next, etc, etc, I've never actually driven it in person. Computer games and everything, but I'm sure that's very different from what the green hell has in store for us tomorrow, and in some really, well, the forecast at the moment, difficult conditions to say the least. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm filled with like this nervous excitement. I can't wait to get underway. The car's ready, I'm ready, we got all the camera gear. Let's put this show on the road. For now, good night, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning when we hit the autobahns, getting ready for the Nurburgring.
This is the green hell, where boys become men, the brave become heroes, and the stupid become dead.
So, after a quick spritz down the de-restricted autobahn just to get the juices flowing for this Type R, we have arrived at the Nurburgring. Now, I don't claim to be any pro racing driver. Yes, I've had plenty of track experience, but I've never driven the Nurburgring in anything other than a video game. So, I am excited, but also slightly nervous. We managed to beat the weather down. It is forecast for thunder and lightning anytime soon, but we absolutely blasted down this morning to beat the thunderstorm. So we do currently have a dry track, so at least we can push a little bit. But yes, let's see how this goes. Something I will note about the Nurburgring, as we're just pottering around the car parks at the moment, is the sheer number of oh look, it's one of our Type Rs. Here we go. Mr. Brownie, what, closed? What's going on? Closed. For how long?
Until they clear up.
So all of that was for all that anticipation, all that excitement, all of the rigging up of the cameras, and some tit has clattered a barrier, and as a result the Nurburgring is now closed. So now we play the waiting game, and this like nervous anticipation builds even more. So here we go, second time's the charm. I am full of Red Bull. I am buzzing with nervous excitement. So we've got this little slip road as we exit. Probably best to pick up a little bit of pace. There's a Porsche Cayman parked to one side of the track, which is interesting. Oh, bit of a slalom. Just keep people on their toes. Right. Plus R, I think. So here we go, this is quite a surreal moment in my life because this track has become such a iconic part of my childhood, playing through on Xbox and PlayStation, but here we are with the 306 brake horsepower Type R. Right. Turning right, this section misses out the Grand Prix circuit. Sorry, this is my concentrated face, and I apologise in advance if I am not talking very much. Do have the car in its Nurburgring specific Plus R mode. Means we've got the stiffer dampers, the faster steering. Oh, this is one thing that I forgot about the Nurburgring. This wasn't in my dream, where you're held up by Volkswagen Passats. Right, so here we go. Complex of corners here. We can feel those Continental tyres biting. This is my first ever lap of the Nurburgring, and I don't want to be the second accident of the day on this track. Here we go. We want to carry momentum through here. So we go steaming up the hill. My wipers have come on. Very, very interesting mixture of corners, it has to be said. Third gear. Chuck it in. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There. Tidy on the exit. Beautiful, nice one. Type R really feels like you work in tandem with this car. Don't get me wrong, it's not like a lot of other cars, a lot of other performance cars where it will do all the work for you, because it won't. I am sweating a little bit here. I'm having to be mindful of where the weight is in the car. Also approach speeds to corners. But I have to say, it is a car that is very rewarding whenever you absolutely nail an apex of a corner. The big thing that the video games don't give you here is the elevation changes in the track. This track snakes up and down and round. It's great though, it's a real chassis workout. You can definitely tell this car has done some development work here, to say the least. Here we go, we're about to enter the very famous carousel as we go uphill here. Now, does this Cayman want to get past us now? And we'll let him through. There he goes. That man has bought the right car. Into the carousel, second gear. Bumpy, 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 bumpy. Floor it. There we go, good exit. I mean, the Nurburgring is batshit crazy, I have to say, but I'm so glad this place exists in a day where speed limits come down on you like a ton of bricks. There's cameras everywhere. The Nurburgring is still here to quench the thirst of the speed demon. It's not the fastest lap, it's certainly not the tidiest lap, but we are having great fun. We've got some great company. That Cosworth's back. Right, this part of the car's going to go light, heavy braking zone, I know this. Watch out. Oh, there we go. Tuck it in. Nice. There's a great sense of satisfaction whenever you do get one of these challenging corners just right. The track is very challenging. And now we cool down. Back into the pits. Heart rate must come to a rest. Goodness me. Wow. Oh, that is a rush. Sweating a little bit, I have to say. I know it's a warm day, but thank you, Type R, for being just a perfect companion for that. really worked with, you know, it worked with you, the car, without nannying you, without, you know, coddling you and the computer getting in the way. It felt like if I was going to make a mistake, it was going to be my fault, and the car wasn't necessarily there to catch me. But, you know, if it's not dangerous, it wouldn't be exciting, and that's half the draw of this place. But yeah, goodness me, very, very happy with the performance of this car. And there we go, I'm no longer a Nurburgring virgin.
Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe for more on the latest and greatest cars to hit the road. For all of the latest automotive news, written reviews and coverage from motor shows, go to www.insidelane.co.uk.